Hello and welcome back to the channel. We got an update on Rise of the Ronin, another behind the scenes director's episode. This time it is episode 3, The Cause, and without further ado, let's begin.
Little sister, forgive me for not writing sooner. Paper and ink are hard to come by during my confinement. My misguided captors want me to write a confession, betraying my fellow Shishi in exchange for a lighter sentence. I choose to use this paper to write to you instead. The choices we make are curious things. Some are made from the head with an objective and destination in mind. Others are formed in the heart when the path ahead is unclear. I count myself a lucky man. As for me, both are aligned.
So I was wrong. We are not on a mission to save our sister, because I did predict that. I was wrong. I need some more training on the observation.
I do not write to ponder my own fate, however, but to send a message of hope. The plan we have been working towards is still in motion. Relay this.
What do you think the cause is going to be? Put it in the comment section, and then also tag what time you're putting it in. No cheating. Don't finish the video and then put it in the comments.
Message to our allies and Ronin alike, for it is the latter we must win over to our cause. There are choices to be made soon, and it is their actions that will determine how this will unfold. Keep the flame of our rebellion burning bright, dear sister. Freedom and sovereignty for our beloved Japan is close.
Chapter 3, The Cause. Again, type now. Don't go to the end of the video and like cheat.
時代劇特有の浪人らしさみたいなものはすごく
There are typical characteristics to a Ronin that I want players to experience through the game.
This is the first time we've seen elementals. Ooh. Oh, okay.
Experience through the game.
And they removed the HUD, obviously. All right. Basing myself off of their previous game, what's it called? Their previous game, Neo. I'm gonna assume that this is either like a weapon enhancement. Is that a poison weapon? He's probably used the talisman or like, I don't know, herbs to coat poison on his weapon, and it's definitely going to be timed. This is not a permanent buff. That is my guess.
A Ronin is a samurai.
Oh, okay. We also have our first detail of actual stealth.
Game. A Ronin is a samurai who doesn't have a master. They explore various places, meeting diverse people. They don't spend much time in the same place, but they always achieve something important, often saving people in some way. They don't really have any strong convictions. Instead, they follow the choices that the player makes. I believe that fits perfectly with the freedom we wanted to give to.
Did you find out where Yoshida is? Do you speak to your friends? I feel like those are two very different questions, and one of them does not belong. Okay. But yeah, you're basically a mercenary, and you're trying to find other mercenaries to either stop the Americanization or westernization of Japan, or I guess to work on the side of the westernization. Maybe you have the choice to bring in the new era, or you can try to fight off the new era.
Players during their experience, and to create an open world that the player makes. I believe that fits perfectly with the freedom we wanted to give to players during their experience.
Okay, so we have 3 tabs, and you can call your horse. This is probably some type of food pill. This is definitely going to be like a healing item. Probably gives you back a little bit of health and then regens the rest over time, kind of like Neo.
And to create an open world. open world has become extremely popular and commonplace in the action game genre. One of its charms is the feeling of exploration, as well as deciding the order to pursue tasks and being able to make your own choices.
They keep mentioning choices a lot, so I fully believe that this game is gonna have multiple endings.
The Ronin has a blade twin who grew up with him. The bond between the two is the backbone of the game.
One looks a lot more like ninja-like aesthetic, and the other is a lot more samurai. You get to choose who you want to play as, and then the character creation is based off of the character you choose, or your starting attributes. I'm thinking too much. It's probably none of those stuff. Probably just you play as a Ronin, you create your own character, and you build them the way you want to build them.
You can't stop the war, no one can. This nation will descend into chaos.
The Blade Twins is something that it's almost the other side of the story. It's not about good and bad. It's more about something that is very different and contradicting the story of the hero. So writing the theme for this character actually was the most challenging for me.
For the characters, we looked at the way they lived and their outlook on life and conveyed that in their appearance. For characters close to the shogunate, we would keep an Edo style that resonates with the shogunate. Alternatively, for the anti-shogunate characters, we wouldn't hesitate to include Western influences to their styling, such as equipping them with rifles or have them already wearing leather shoes.
I really like that attention to detail. The fact that you can tell what side people are on just by looking at how they're clothed. That's a really, really nice attention to detail. And I know other games do this with like uniforms, but these are not uniforms. They're just regular people slowly being westernized. Kind of like in real life.
For Western political forces, we insisted on designs that put forward that Occidental aspect. We wanted these characters to look real.
Japan, the great white whale that's eluded all others.
There are many characters during the Bakumatsu era, such as Perry, for example.
Perry, yeah.
There are also characters from other nationalities. Usually, you would think it would create issues to have them fight, but you managed to make it blend smoothly within the story and the events.
Fighting is such a bore.
Our narrative thread ended up being the bond system. As we developed the bond system, the first aspect that started taking form was the strength of bonds with other characters.
I know. Tag along with me, will you?
Ryoma evolves together with the main character from the beginning. He goes on to play a major role within the game. As we were creating him, we wanted to design the coolest image of Ryoma.
Join us later, if the mood strikes you.
The choices the player makes are key elements in changing the strength of bond forged with other characters, which goes on to affect the story.
Okay, yeah, basically multiple endings, multiple scenarios confirmed. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes, honestly. And I am hoping that they're going to stick to their guns. Like, if you do forge certain bonds with other characters, I do hope that will stop you from forging bonds like with the enemy, right? If you forge a bond with like the anti-shogunate Ryomen, you should not be able to form a bond with someone who's pro-shogun.
I'm going to need you on our side.
If you choose to go pro-shogunate, Katsura may become sort of an enemy.
Well, they've answered my question. Katsura will become an enemy if you go...
It's not fully the case though. You always oscillate between friend and foe.
Katsura is a good character to have as an ally.
So you can go back and forth, but I do hope there will be a line that if you cross, you won't be able to come back from. I hope you don't have like, you can just go wishy-washy and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, complete everything in one playthrough. I hope the game like demands you to respect your bonds, at least to a certain extent.
But also as an enemy, as he gives you that satisfaction of beating a boss.
Yeah, that's true.
You can end up with the opposite feeling towards him.
That's good.
If you go pro-shogunate, the anti-shogunate Katsura will definitely look to block you.
Then along the way you encounter Takamuriyama. The pro-shogunate suddenly becomes attractive.
There are some beautiful characters on your journey.
Yeah, there are.
I have some contacts in the shogunate. If you are interested in doing a favor for them, I could make the necessary arrangements.
There's a real
Y'all gonna go pro-shogun now?
diversity of people in the game. It got me thinking that I would have liked living in that period. Have you ever wondered which side you would take?
I don't want to live in that time period. I'm sure you guys can guess why.
It's interesting.
What do you think?
Yeah, I have.
I'm more of the rustic type, so I would have probably gone full-on katana. A bit like Kondo Isame.
I definitely think that after completing the game, players won't make the same choices for their second run. I also think that it makes it fun to talk to friends about it.
We felt obliged to make a game that we could enjoy ourselves. I believe that everybody put all their effort into making Rise of the Ronin a unique game with unique value. I truly believe that the team working so well together led to the high-quality game we have achieved with Rise of the Ronin.
Oh, okay, mounted combat, that's new. Chapter 4, Rises 1. Okay, so we're going to be getting another breakdown before the game comes out on March 22nd, which is 22, 14. We got 14 days left until Rise of the Ronin comes out. I'm super excited. It's pretty cool that we're going to be getting another chapter before the game releases to give us a final breakdown before the game comes out. I'm super excited for it. Let me know if you guys are excited for it in the comment section down below. Not as much information as I would have liked, but you got to do with what you got. By the way, guys, just so you know, I have a yearly goal. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So if you guys could help me do that by hitting like, share, comment, all that good stuff, it would be super helpful. And if you don't want to, well, remember, at the end of the day, I'm just some guy on the internet, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.